This is Smithy.tv.
Hey, 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody, this is Kenny Robinson with Clifton Joseph.
Yeah, Kenny, long time, brother man. What's up?
We are back in the in the bunkers of Smitty TV with breaking down the news. And this morning, there's some very sad news. We knew it was coming because they said palliative. And Rob
That's a
Ford,
death knell. That's a death knell, isn't it? Palliative. Yeah.
Palliative is almost like saying a mob guy says, we're calling you in. Rob Ford, a former mayor of Toronto, is passed away at the age of 46 of cancer. And,
Right. Rest in peace, Mr. Mayor.
And, there's many mixed feelings, but I mean, a lot of people thought he was going to overdose way before he'd ever would get cancer.
Yeah. In fact, I thought he's going to live forever, like John Wayne or one of them Ceausescu.
Because he did seem kind of Teflon, didn't he?
I'm telling you, for a long time, dear.
You know, I mean, he took pictures with men that were murdered.
Defended men who were murdered.
Absolutely.
I guess the Jamaican community is missing one of their supporters. Or their
Absolutely. He spoke the second official language of Toronto, which was patois.
Mm-hmm.
He spoke it
Irie,
fluently.
man. Irie.
You know, but he could go into any steak burger or steak queen and call the chief of police a bumbleclot on any Friday night
I'm
at 2
telling
in the
you,
morning.
man. Drink some Rand Nephews and go out of his mind in a drunken stupor.
You know, and how many Jamaican men have referred to the chief of police as a bumbleclot over the years?
Rasclad, Bumba, Rasclad.
Absolutely. So, and you had to love Rob because you know he had to go to many crack houses to learn that. That's not a Rosetta Stone kind of thing.
Absolutely, and Ron is one of the boys too, one of the brothers who used to do his own. What is it? Centennial Park. He used to deal dope powder back in the day, high school.
did?
Rob Ford and
His brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, Doug was supposed to be the big hash man.
Yeah, but you know, is Doug doing it alone?
Well, Doug was the older one, so.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but anyway, the legacy of Rob Ford.
Bullshit.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
See, now, you own a house, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see, now, underneath the Mayor Miller, they put that extra sales tax on there. So if you were trying to buy a house or sell a house now, you'd be getting taxed, you'd be getting a double dipping on you. Right? Ford tried to get rid of that. Also, the city sticker you had to get the provincial sticker for your car, and under Miller to raise money, they put that city sticker. So if you and your wife both have cars, that's twice the amount of money
I
you're
don't
paying.
drive. And I think if
Are you a bike rider?
Yes. If you
No,
own a
you're
car,
not.
you own a house, then you're entitled to pay the taxes that help us, the general public, function.
Rob was trying to save the general public some money.
No, Rob is trying to score some points. It's like the gravy train thing. That's one thing I guess I supported him on. I didn't realize that city councils were getting things like the zoo.
$140,000 salary to begin with.
Yeah, and they're getting all kind of perks. So I was with Rob Ford with elements of the gravy train.
Because even before he ran for mayor, when he was city council, he didn't take his paycheck.
Nah, but again, he's a bit of a hypocrite. Because
For not taking a paycheck?
No.
For being rich and not needing a paycheck?
For pushing himself as a man of the people when he's been a guy who has a silver spoon. He's been rich before he was born.
But he cannot
His
help
father
that.
make money. But then don't project yourself as a man of the people when you're not, when you're just gaming the people.
John F. Kennedy tried to portray himself as a man of the people.
Yes.
Of the common people. And
He's a
everybody-
hypocrite, too.
And you know who's weeping the most right now? The common people. Everybody that said if they had a sewer problem on their street, they could call Rob Ford's office.
But that's not how
and
you.
he
That's
got
not.
back to him.
That's not how you govern, though. You govern by making rules and regulations, laws, bylaws that everybody benefits from. It's not me calling you to fix my fridge in Ontario housing or to get the
But I love a
thing legal.
politician that says, I'm going to take care of this myself. Thank you.
Yeah, but again, that's
a
just
throwback to the past the turkeys out
that's
on
so
Thanksgiving.
selective. That's so selective, though,
He
Ken.
gave his number to everybody. In fact, he made other members of the city council mad when he would go into other people's constituencies and handle their problems.
Yeah, and
He'd
of
say,
course-
stop making me look bad because I'm not doing shit for my people. Why are you?
Meantime, he's privatizing garbage collection.
Good.
He's
Thank you. Them union
closing
jobs.
closing
Can
down.
You, how many brothers you see with them private with those public city garbage truck things? That was a closed club. So Rob said, I'm doing away with this private membership, whites only.
So he is a member of the ruling class. He defends the ruling class, the 1%. He's for privatization.
He tried
He's
to
for
take
austerity.
He tried to take that lawsuit to that guy, well, the guy that sued him for saying how come he's got such a great deal for the only restaurant down at the beaches. Now there was something funky on that one.
Yeah.
He saw that was something smelling
And
too.
though, remember, there's a young woman who took him and his brother to court saying there's conflict of interest because they're still operating their business, their decal business that their father had owned, and they're actually still doing business with City Hall and doing business with companies that they're doing business with.
You're supposed to. That's one of the benefits of being
So
a mayor.
corruption. So I guess it's just
I'm all
selective.
down. Where'd I grow up?
Chicago, one of the
So-
most corrupt
so-
municipalities in the entire planet.
And we're proud of that.
I'm telling you.
So how am I going to feel bad about somebody having a little bit of nepotism, taking care of business with his own family? I think we need. I hope that Rob Ford gets a big city funeral. I hope it's as big as Taliban Jack's funeral is. I don't know what color they'll make the CN Tower. Maybe white because cocaine. Maybe. You know, maybe they can make it look like one big line up to heaven, you know, or maybe they can make the dome look like a rock for the night or something. You know?
But they say, you know, the old folks in the Caribbean say, don't speak
Ill of the
evil and ill of the dead. So,
Okay, well, I have come not to bury Rob Ford, but to praise him because he was good for comedy. Every day, I mean, think about it. Like, remember when
certainly was.
somebody was giving his brother a hard time on the floor of City Hall, and he ran and knocked that woman down. Now, when are we ever going to see that again in our lifetime, bro?
that shit was
Never.
funny. I'm sorry
That
for
was
the woman, but that
beautiful.
shit was damn
And he
funny.
even tried to hold her so she wouldn't go down.
Hey, Ryan, can you pull up that clip?
It wasn't just like he bulldozed the bitch and left her with her shoes flying here smoking.
And-
He tried to hold her so she wouldn't fall.
Did you see, remember the look at her face?
Yes.
She was totally
When he
aghast.
get the hell out of big man's way when he thinks his brother needs backup, bitch. Get out of his way. I just used the B word 3 times now. I shouldn't have because she was a victim. She's the one that got steamrolled. But we will never see, you know, and John Tory may be a good man. He may be a decent man. I don't know about Afrofest. He may be a concerned man. But we ain't never going to get on TV and turn it up and find out that he gets more than enough to eat at home. We're not going to get that again. We will never see
Rob Ford went downtown regular.
Rob Ford lived life to its fullest. He must have had a premonition that he was going to die of cancer because he gave it everything it's got to have. Remember when he went to rehab? Wasn't this city quiet underneath Kelly? And all Kelly does now is want to hang out with Drake. Remember?
And didn't they, well,
His
Drew-
car was involved in a DUI while he was in rehab.
Exactly. He was lending the car out. Wasn't he lending the car out to some woman up in
A man of
Belleville?
the people. Once it gets Clifton, a man of the people.
No, he was funny. I mean, before him was Mel Lastman, but Mel Lastman has nothing on him.
Because Mel had that department store, had that furniture store that probably
Bad
was,
boy.
that was probably selling furniture to people that were getting welfare housing and maybe some coupons. So we could probably, but Mel, his wife liked to shoplift.
Yep, his wife was shoplifting. And also,
And he had a
remember,
black child out of wedlock.
she was selling the Fuzzbuster. Remember the Fuzzbuster?
Oh, the radar detectors?
Yeah, she was selling that too.
Oh, she was in on that?
Yeah, that was her business right there. So Rob Ford put Toronto on the map in some places.
How many other cities, mayors can you think of?
A couple of Gene Rowland.
No, I'm talking about cities and other around. Okay, London
very
has
few, very
London
few.
has the commie mayor, or is he still the guy in office? I know that for years they're talking
See, I
about
don't
him.
even know. Oh, London, England, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, then of course Calgary has a very wonderful mayor,
Big.
right? But what other cities can you think of?
I don't even remember the new guy in New York. But you're right. So
The
Rob,
one with the
with the black
bisexual
child, with the
wife.
black wife and
Yes.
black family. So Rob Ford was doing his dupe, but he was a rogue. He was absolutely
Yes,
a rogue.
if there is a vote in City Hall, 47-1, you didn't have to read the paper, know who that one was.
Yeah, and he used the city government like it was his own personal fiefdom. He had his workers working with his football team.
Isn't that good? Making some city people help out with the youth.
He had the TTC divert the buses to pick up the guys after their game. I mean,
They did that because
cursed the brothers out. He was cursing the young brothers out on the team.
Yes, that's what coaches do. Did you ever play any sport as a kid?
Yes, I did.
And the coaches ever tell you move your ass?
Oh, yes, they did.
Well, that's what coaches do.
But they didn't tell me you're bumper clot.
Well, no, he had to break it down so he could be a man of the people. Ralph Floyd couldn't talk to the team that he had with other softer language. He couldn't have spoken to him as a kid, as a man with a spoon born in his mouth. Come on, fellas. Certainly you can make a greater effort than that.
Than that,
no,
yes.
he had to go and tell him
You're bumper clot.
That's right. To let them know how upset and disappointed he was in their performance. You know, so the thing is that we will never see the likes of him again. And some people are saying good, you know, but he kept things interesting. And it was a wonderful 4 years, I think, for certainly for a comedian.
And I thought that when I heard that they were trying out some new experiment where they were going to use rats, avatars to try to chip away at the thing, some experimental program in cancer. I thought he was going to beat cancer like he was going to beat, like he beat seemingly all the charges against him when they got photographs of the dude drinking liquor and smoking crack.
They couldn't prove it was crack in the pipe, though. They just proved it was a pipe.
Yeah, but what about all of the, remember the stuff in the park, the handoff of the brown paper envelopes in the park and the stuff with...
Bro, you've handed off me stuff in a brown bag. Didn't nobody know what was in it? It was a script. Didn't nobody know what was in it?
Come on, Kenny, don't lie on me, man.
It was some writing that we had to go work on.
So I thought he was going to beat the cancer like he beat all of those charges with the police. And they seem to have had so much on him, Kenny. They had a plane following the guy.
Now, isn't that a waste of resources?
It turned out to be because they didn't bum rush the guy. He's
and
not
how
in
much
jail.
more crime could have been avoided, could have been done with a plane in the right neighborhood?
Right. That was amazing, though. A plane.
Once again, Rob is trying to take the heat out of the hood. For the common people.
I'll take the fall for this one, guys. I'll take this one for the hood.
I may have been born with a spoon in my mouth,
but I converted
I will try
into
to die with a spoon in my mouth.
Rest in peace, ex-mayor Rob Ford.
And John Tory, do something good, man. Anyway, folks, we're out of time for this segment. So this is Clifton Joseph.
Hey.
Kenny Robinson here on Smitty TV, breaking down the news.